All right, how y'all doing? So tomorrow morning I have a shoot with a model, local model. Well, she's now a local model. She recently moved to Israel from another country. And we are shooting tomorrow morning bright and early because it's May and midday sun this time of year is just not the best lighting. So we're going to get up before dawn and get out there and hopefully be shooting by 7 o'clock and wrap it up before 10 if things go as planned. So here's my thought process. I'm trying to figure out which film to use first. And what you see before you is all of my color film. That's it. That's all the color film I have. And I'm trying to burn through it because I am, well, for two reasons. Number one, I'm getting a little tired of color negative film in general. It's kind of a pain in the neck to work with. Getting a good inversion with color negative film is sort of one of those holy grails of the analog process that I'm just a little frustrated with. And I think I might just go back to focusing on black and white. Obviously, with the exception of the Provia, which has we have another problem with that. There's only one lab in all of Israel, which is where I live, that processes E6, and that lab is currently out of chemicals. And I have one roll of Provia that is exposed and waiting to be processed, and I got 2 units left. I got 2 rolls left. And my thought process is, well, if chemicals are in short supply, might as well just shoot up what I've got, and when they get the chemicals back in, just develop it all in one fell swoop, and just be done with it and say, okay, that's it. No, since the supply of E6, at least to this country, has been sporadic at best over the past year, if not the past 2, at least the past year. Just the heck with it. Besides. Well, I don't know. Bright sunlight is not the best lighting conditions for a slide film anyway. I'm a little concerned because Provia has a bit of a cool cast to it, and so it's not the best for skin tones, but I'm just leaning towards just getting rid of the stuff and shooting it up. So that's a possibility. This is a roll of, let's see, Pro Image 100. I'll definitely be shooting this. But the other 2 boxes, I got 2 boxes of Pro Image 100, totaling 10 rolls. I got this stuff from Amazon. Pre-crisis, Amazon had a free shipping promotion to Israel, and so I bought a bunch of film, including these 2 boxes of Pro Image. And I'm thinking of just putting them on a local Facebook group for sale because they're unopened and they're still and they're unexpired. They're good for August of 21, so they're good for another year and a half or so. Or over a year at least, and still in the original packaging and unopened. So they have they have saleable value, and I think I might just try to do that, see if I can swap it for something interesting, or I don't know if I need to want to sell it, but maybe get a lens out of the deal or something. I don't know, whatever. That's what I'm thinking. So probably not the Pro Image, probably not this Pro Image 100. Ektar. So Ektar is not known for great skin tones, but I think that may be more of a software issue. I have shot people on Ektar with and the software that I was using, because I was scanning with a Nikon Cool Scan and processing with ViewScan software, which really oversaturates the reds of Ektar. And I always assumed that was inherent to the emulsion, but I'm not sure that's the case. I recently maybe a year ago or so, transitioned over to post-processing with an ES2 film digitizing adapter and with a DSLR, and I've been doing manual inversions in an old version of Photoshop. And I've found that Ektar is fairly easy to get a good inversion if you do it manually, and I'm wondering maybe if that's not an accident. I'm wondering if maybe Kodak did that on purpose, because Ektar, to my knowledge, is the only emulsion that was developed with digital in mind. It was developed for the purpose of competing with digital. And it was made for a digital process, I think. So I'm probably going to shoot some Ektar tomorrow with this model. Pro 400H, maybe. I don't know. This is my last box of it. No point saving it now. Might as well burn it. But again, it's kind of high speed for an outdoor daylight shoot, so probably not. Color Plus 200. That's not a bad choice. Good skin tone reproduction. ISO speed is good. My only hesitation is I've already shot this model with this emulsion, at least 2 or 3 rolls of it on a prior shoot, so there's nothing new there, and so it's kind of a maybe. And my last option is this stuff. This is great. ADOX color implosion. This was what they described it as an experimental limited production film. I forgot when it went out of production, but since it did, this stuff has been sitting in the freezer. For quote unquote that special project. And I think special project days are done for C41, at least for me. Although the great thing about this stuff is there's no orange base layer, so it's really easy to work with in post. And it's really neat stuff. It's ASA 100, but really grainy and very decent desaturated. But neat look to this stuff. So I might just do some like street shots in Tel Aviv with this. I think that might look cool. All right. So then, like, which camera should I bring? The equipment should have a theme to it, I think. I mean, if I'm going to have a YouTube channel and talk about this stuff. So my theme's going to be dirt cheap Konica. So I've got the T2, and I've got a 40 millimeter f1.8. If you're going to get into Konica, you got to get one of these. It is one of the sharpest lenses ever made by anyone. There are a handful of lenses which can make that claim, and this is one. They're not dirt cheap because they're very popular with the mirrorless crowd, because at a 40 millimeters, that's a really good focal length for either crop or full frame. And at 1.8 maximum aperture, it's fairly fast. And at it's a pancake lens, so you put an adapter on it. It's not going to be, it's still modestly, reasonably sized. So, although honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it tomorrow. I'm really not sure. I've shot models on years ago when I had Konica stuff. I shot some models with one of these, and I don't know if portraiture is really the forte for this particular lens. The background blur, known fashionably as bokeh, is somewhat wanting, but the sharpness is off the charts. So what I've got, I got a 52 millimeter f1.8. These things are just dirt cheap. I mean, just absolutely dirt cheap. And I'm like, well, it's not one of Konica's better known lenses, but there ain't nothing wrong with it. And I've done some test shots with it. It's like some bokeh test shots, and I'm very happy, very pleased. So I may try to rehabilitate the Hexanon 5218 as part of my project for tomorrow morning, possibly. And I've got a 135-35. This is a late production model, and it's probably optically the least desirable of all Konica 135s. But it's also the smallest and the lightest. So let's see what it can do. What's the crappiest? How bad can it get? I mean, Hexanons are renowned. They're right up there with Nicors and Takumars. And what does a crappy Hexanon get you? What's the cheap Hexanon look like? I'll bet it's pretty good. I'll bet it's halfway decent. So that's one for tomorrow. Camera bag fits 2 bodies, so I'll probably take the FM2 because I want at least one camera to have a functioning light meter, and this one does not. It functions. I mean, it responds to light, but it's not. It was made for mercury batteries, and I haven't bothered to try to get it calibrated. So I just use this as meterless. The FM2 though has a fantastic meter, and so I want to have at least one camera that has a good, reliable light meter, and that's going to be this one. And I'll probably take along with me the Series E 100-2.8. Just because I haven't done a whole lot of portraiture with it lately. I used to do I have some shots with it with this lens, but they're mostly like nudes, and I can't show that anywhere. So I want to get some work behind me with this lens, some figurative work that's not, that's social media friendly, stuff I can show you. And speaking about showing you my work, I will eventually have a website. I know I keep saying that, but never mind. What I do with my work and where I show it is something I've been wrestling with for a while, because the websites that I'm just not very happy with the choices out there, and I think that the best thing to do is to create one's own website. It's just my opinion, and I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing. In the meantime, I've been posting like a picture a day in the community section of the YouTube, and beyond that, once I get the OBS software working, and I want to thank all of you that have recommended that to me. I have downloaded the OBS software. My problem is the microphone. I can't get the microphone to work. I'm a total Luddite when it comes to this technology, and I don't know if the microphone is a microphone issue, or if it's a software issue, or if it's an operating system issue. I'm using Windows 10. As soon as I can get that microphone working, then I can start doing more, screen capture style stuff and actually show you my post-processing process and show you some of my work. I'm just, it's an uphill battle. I need to get to I think I need a better microphone. I just need to get to a store, but those stores are not open back yet. So opened up yet. So anyway, that's what I've got planned for tomorrow. And as soon as I've got some results, I will show them to you. And in fact, I'll probably just hold off putting this video live until I actually have results to show you. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I'm glad to have you along with me with this process. And as a courtesy to subscribers, I'm not monetizing videos for 30 days following release. So if you'd like to see all of my content commercial free, please do subscribe and click that notification. Check out the links below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.